What's up guys, I'm Chris Doughty aka Doughtinator, and I've got a very interesting video for you today. This is my first ever GT sport mode race. This is probably from a year and a half ago. As I was clearing out the archives for the replays in my library in GT Sport, I found this absolute gem. I remember doing this race, and let's just see how it's going to go. I'm not sure where the conversation is going to go in this video, but stay tuned and you'll see exactly what we do right and what we do wrong in my first ever race on GT Sport. So we're going to start in 10th position. I did put some qualifying times in, no idea what they were like, and we're going to go down the straight into turn 1. This is Laguna Seca, so very apt that it's this week's daily races. And we're in the Toyota FT1. This is one of the cars that you get for free. I think with Spec 2 is we get a massive lockup into the right-hander. We're going to just disappear off of the screen, and there we are crossing back across the track. Unsafe track rejoin. Where are we? And we're just about gathering the car back up again. So we've made a massive mistake into that corner, and I had no idea what I was doing. I'm not new to sim racing at this point. I've 35 or so years playing sim racing, from Grand Prix Legends, Jeff Crammon's Grand Prix 2, IndyCar racing, all the NASCAR games by Papyrus, iRacing, Live for Speed. I'm very seasoned at sim racing, but right now, as a massive lockup again and off the track once more we go. As we can see right now, I'm absolutely clueless with regard to GT Sport. And this is where we get an idea of that GT Sport is harder than just picking up a controller or a steering wheel and just going racing. There are so many settings to help you get fast in GT Sport. Check out the description below for the link to the Race Asylum Discord. This is where we can help to get you faster in GT Sport. So we've just passed 2 cars also having a nightmare. So this lobby that we would be in now would be with a bunch of E-rated drivers, everybody new to GT Sport. So a few things to point out right now. On the black bar at the bottom of the screen, you can see the ABS light is in yellow. I'm running with ABS disabled. Complete suicide really, but I had no idea what I was doing. And you'll also see the traction control light flickering as we get on the throttle. So I was also using traction control, which is basically opposite to the fastest way you should be driving. So the default for me was to just basically go and disable all assists. That's how I race every simulation that I've ever done. But in GT Sport specifically, ABS set to default is absolutely critical. Is we're going to put a move onto the Lamborghini into the left-hander there. So that's a satisfying move. Probably my first live race pass on a driver there, and we've got yellow flags ahead. So what's going to be happening ahead? Most likely, a car rejoining there. It looks like the Ferrari, an absolutely wild car to drive, which I was yet to discover how wild that Ferrari is. We're going to go into the corkscrew, a little bit deep on the brakes, but we managed to get it through there. I might try and recreate this race actually. I might turn ABS off and then go ahead and see if I can beat my lap times that I was able to get in this race. We're clipping the sausages, still yet unsure of how dangerous those sausages are. So we are coming to the end of lap number 2. Lockups at almost every single corner, as the 14th place driver, it looks like he's ran wide at the final turn across the line. We're going to get a 1 minute 28 second lap time. Is that a little bit too small to read? We're going to get a lockup into turn 1. Right now this game to me was feeling like the hardest game I've ever played. Playing on controller on a brand new PlayStation when I got this game, and to be honest, even right now I was enjoying the game. It was a game where I can just get excited to play. We're going to go side by side, put a block pass on that Italian driver. Forceful move there right off of the bat, put us into 12th position. Probably a bit aggressive on my part there, but I'm really still just fighting to keep the car under control. So this was a daily race C, and I think only hard tyres were required. At the time when I was racing this, I had no idea what the tyre requirements were, what even strategies were, or I didn't even have a clue that fuel and tyre wear were enabled for Daily Race C. I just saw that Daily Race C was just a longer of the sport mode races. So we're going to go wide on the exit at the corner there, get across the gravel, and the Peugeot behind is also copying what we're doing, but we managed to gather it up there wide again. Also, another interesting thing that I had no idea is dirt on the tyres. We're going to get a massive lockup. Again, dirt on the tyres, lack of grip, no ABS, and we are in a whole world of pain. But we're still running in 12th position. It's a 14 lap race, so I think it's 1 lap longer than this week's current Daily Race C, which is quite interesting. Yellow flags into turn 1, and we're going to look to, it's a Spanish driver who's had a nightmare there. So that's going to promote us to 11th position. A lot of people just new to the game. In fact, I do remember now, this was Christmas 2019, maybe a few days after Christmas. So as with a lot of popular console games, you get the influx of Christmas noobs after Christmas. I remember when I was a serious Call of Duty player, it would be absolutely cannon fodder when all the Christmas noobs got their Call of Duty for Christmas. You log on and play on Boxing Day or the day after, and it was basically like enabling God mode. So whoever was in my race at this time must feel like that. As we get a massive lockup into the corkscrew, we managed to get it stopped, and yellow flags ahead, so another driver has crashed out. So that's going to promote us to 10th position, exactly where we started. Another lockup into that right-hander. These tyres are going to be ruined by the time we give them back to the pit grid. Massive lockup into the last corner, and we've just managed to keep it on track. But we have passed Jaeger Bomber, it looks like. So he's had another problem at the last corner. So we're up to 9th. Battle of attrition, it seems, as drivers. Another yellow flags out, so another driver with a problem. Massive double lockup into turn 1. We're going to get past, but we're actually going to put a move on the... Oh no, he's a lap down. So that guy in 16th position, he's on a much worse race than we are. As wide goes Jaeger Bomber, we're going to capitalise there. So we're back up to 9th position. This is absolutely scenes here at Laguna Seca, as we are going to make a break for it in 9th position. Are we going to see any more lockups? Yes, another lockup into this left-hander. This FT1 is just not set up at all, and we're going to see how we're going to progress through the race. Gently around that corner, just clipping that sausage, and we're going to go into the braking zone for the corkscrew with ABS turned off. This must have been so difficult getting on the brakes into the corkscrew. In fact, for a good month or two after having the game, I was still using ABS off. I was racing with people, and I just couldn't figure out how they can brake so much later and more consistent than I could. And I was just, obviously they had ABS on default. We lock up yet again. I tell you what, guys, do me a favour, next time you're on time trial mode or anything, just turn ABS off and see how it feels. It really does bring a huge challenge to the game. So we're going to be under threat from the Alpha 4C behind into turn 1. We're going to get a lockup and be pressured wide, very wide. He's going to go to the inside. We're going to ghost out, being that E-rated DR driver. It's quite a good feature actually for Gran Turismo Sport, to be honest, because it allows the drivers to start to compete in sport mode, being new to the game, and not cause too much incidents with other cars. So GT Sport does a lot of things very well, I've got to say. As we get another lockup, these front tyres are going to be absolutely ruined, and Jaeger Bomber is going to be under threat. It's going to go to the outside. Are we going to side by side up the hill to the corkscrew? We're going to make that move happen, busting out those serious moves even in my first race in GT Sport with a massive lock up there. I'm never going to make the corner. Oh no, I'm absolutely in the gravel. So yeah, getting a bit too excited there. Pushing the limits without ABS is never going to work. So we're we need to just gather it back up again. So it looks like 11th place is starting to close into the back of us, and we are still solidly in 10th position. Are we going to get this stop? No, not a chance. We're on the brakes again. Massive lockup once more. Traction control is flashing away to try and keep the car under control, and we've got a very fast Audi R8 behind us as we go across the stripe. It looks like half race distance, lap number 7. Looking at the mini map in the top right hand side, all the cars are so spread out. This is rare to see, and all the drivers are completely everywhere. So again, oh yeah, it looks like Jaeger Bomber's gone wide there. He's just disappeared to the left hand side of the shot, and we're going to get promoted back to 9th position, riding over that dangerous sausage curb there, but we get away with it this time. And we're going to go, well, I'm not sure what's going to happen. This is a roller coaster of a ride, this is. If you are enjoying this video, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what your first race was like in GT Sport. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, consider subscribing. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. As a GT Sport focused channel, it's quite hilarious after watching this race so far that we can have so many subscribers and we're just so bad at starting off, as we get a bit of a swaz on the corner exit there around the corkscrew, but we're actually up. We have gotten blue in our lap time so far, so we're on for a personal best. A bit of a lockup. It looks like NOOB ahead is we're closing in now, so 8th position is on the cards. Wide again into the final corner, but that seems to be our favoured line. Making a break for it from 10th position now, so it looks like 8th position could be on the card. Fastest lap of the race for me, it was a 1:29.1, and we're going to get on the brakes. Just throw it down the inside, lock up there, and we made it a bit of contact, but we just backed out of that one. Always got to race with respect. It was going to look to the inside. It's a very ambitious move, but we are going racing now. So even in this first race in GT Sport, we've got a very intense battle brewing, and we're clipping the sausage curbs now. So we're going to be looking to throw it down the inside on this Portuguese driver. The Spanish driver behind is starting to close back in as we battle. I've lost the back end coming out of that corner. Completely looped out there. I've just managed to save that one. Even with traction control on, we're still losing the rear. So again, just a familiarity with the game. It's just not there. Right, at this moment in time, I rarely use traction control, maybe in the wet, and rarely have problems exiting the corners. So again, it's just that familiarity. You get used to the feel of the way the game feels, what you can get away with, what kind of gear you have to be in before you can get on the throttle full, and it just comes with time. It's all you need to do, just spend some time. We're going to the pits. What on earth has happened here? No one else has pitted yet, but we've just gone to the pits. So the tyres don't look particularly worn. We're good for fuel, but we've decided to pit on lap number 8 as we go into the pits. The crew don't bother changing the tyres. We don't put any fuel in, and away we go. So what am I thinking? I told you this would be good. I had no idea what I was doing in this race. So we've just done a pit stop. Basically, it's a stop and go, and we're about to go a lap down. So we've got the blue flags out. The leader is coming to put us a lap down, and he's in the Spanish driver in that Mercedes. He's going to put a move on us. We didn't realise at the time the ghosting for lapped cars is a thing, but it clearly is, as we're going to go a little bit wide again. Theme of the video: lockups and mistakes. So yeah, I don't know what happened in that pit stop, but I guess we'll never find out. So yeah, I don't think there's any pit rules for this race, as that's too fast. Surely I've just about got it stopped. Oh no, I managed to catch that one. Maybe with my tried and tested double throttle and brake spin recovery technique. I do have a video on my channel about that if you want to check that one out. Saved my life hundreds and hundreds of times in sim racing. So what is left to happen in this race. So we get a bit of swaz on the corner entry there. Lap number 9, we're going to cross the line to start lap number 10. We are 10th place, so with everything that's happened, we are maintaining our door number, maintaining our starting position, and learning all the time. Learning how difficult the car is to drive with ABS turned off, and it looks like we've got a bit of a free track to try and get some consistency to our driving as we're wide there, just kicking up the dust as we're quite a bit down in sector 1. Now if I was brand new to GT Sport again, the best advice I would give to somebody is to check out my fastest settings in GT Sport video. Set all of your settings exactly like that as we lose the back end once more, and then just go racing. But use the Porsche in Group 3. The Porsche is the most safe and solid and sensible car to drive. This FT1, it is a bit wild on throttle. Is getting another lockup into the corkscrew. Yellow flags ahead, so could we capitalise? Yes, we're up to 9th position. It looks like a Spanish driver has had an incident there, and that's going to put us up into 9th position. So we are still making progress, even with that drive-through pit stop. We are still making progress. So interesting to see, guys. Do you recognise any of the names in this race? I had a look through on the start, and I couldn't recognise anybody. But you often find in these lower lobbies with E-rated drivers, because my SR would have been B at the time. If ever anyone's had any big SR down races, you get put into these drop split lobbies. So maybe you might see your name in this list. Let me know in the comments below if you recognise anybody in that driver list who's going to go straight over that sausage, probably causing some floor damage. Luckily that is not enabled in GT Sport. If you have got this far in the video, then write the word noob in the comments below. I think that'd be quite interesting to see how many comments we get with that word, and I think anybody just new to the video will find it quite amusing as they're seeing those comments come in. So I just saw another hint of yellow flags there, another lockup into the corkscrew once again. And yeah, try and drive with ABS, as we're going to put another lap on that driver there. So only 12 cars running, a lot of retirements from this race, probably due to frustration. As looking ahead now, the Portuguese driver, Noob, in fact, yeah, Noob, as we say in the comments below, we're closing into the back. In fact, we've passed him. He's made a mistake at the final corner, and we are now in 8th position. That is a solid drive. I say solid drive. Most people are just flying off the track. Now, Laguna Seca is probably one of the toughest tracks on GT Sport, and for this to be my first time racing in GT Sport mode at Laguna Seca, well, it's absolute baptism by fire, as we're going to go blue in sector 1. So we're on for a good lap here. Let's keep an eye on how this lap's going to progress. Will it be the best lap of the race for myself? Solid on the brakes there into that left-hander, just clipping the apex nicely. Great exit there. Let's see how we're going to go under the bridge, and another left-hander. Difficult corner, don't cut too much. And we're going to run perfectly to the outside. Now we're going to get on the brakes into the corkscrew. We're going to have to be very careful on the brakes not to lock up, and that is absolutely perfect. Down through the corkscrew, in the compression as we get on the throttle, and we're still up on our best lap time. So this could be an absolutely fantastic lap. Looking towards this right-hander, solid apex there, just towards the outside of the track, and then one corner to go. We're going to get on the brakes, and a huge lockup, and we're going to go into the gravel. Theme of the video, as we've already said before, we're going to get a reset. Oh my god, on for a personal best lap time, and we're going to get reset back to the track. That is not ideal. So we're going to cross the stripe, and we're going to go for one more. This is the final lap 13 of 14, because I'm a lap down, and we're going to try and get this race finished. it looks like there's a car ahead, but I think he's a lap down on us. So there are drivers in this race who are multiple laps down on the lead, as we're going to go very wide there, kicking up the dust underneath the Cooper Tyres bridge. We're going to hit that sausage, get that car bouncing, looking to bring this car home in one piece to finish our first ever GT Sport race. I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. I have found it quite amusing commentating on my first ever race in GT Sport as the blue flags are out for that Lamborghini ahead. Let's just say we've come a very long way in GT Sport, and you can too. If you get check out the link below for the Race Asylum Discord. Being fast in GT Sport is more than just being good at sim racing. As we're going to go wide there, catch the car, the Lamborghini is going to we're going to put him off and send him into the gravel. So yeah, being fast in GT Sport it takes more than just being a fast driver. Just the small little details that are specific to GT Sport, and we can help you get faster by discussing those details. So check out the description below for the Race Asylum Discord. If you have enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, consider subscribing. We are in the final stages of getting to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to get into that first 1,000 club, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you very much for watching. Hopefully see you in the next one.